Man, have we got some exciting Disney news. Disney World today came out with a bunch of stuff that they are doing for their 50th anniversary starting October 1st.
Yeah!
So October 1st, 1971 was when Disney World became a thing. Magic Kingdom opened and the magic started. So yeah, we just wanted to talk about all the new stuff with all our Disney fans. And we're basically just going to go over the new things that they got going on. July 1st, they start the fireworks.
Yay!
Pretty exciting, huh? Now, as you guys know, we're going in September. We're going to miss the initial 50th anniversary celebration, but we might catch maybe some early, what do you call it? What do they call it?
Soft opening?
Soft opening,
I
yes.
don't think so. I don't think we'll get anything.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh.
But that's fine.
Yeah. So, yeah, October 1st is when it all starts here. They're going to have a new fireworks show. They didn't say what it's called, though, did they?
Disney Enchanted.
Disney Enchanted.
think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what it said.
I did write that down.
No, Disney Enchantment.
That's the nighttime spectacular. Okay.
Yep.
You'll have
Disney
to forgive me.
Enchantment.
I kind of just jot notes down. We should just use my tablet.
I'm just reading from the blog.
So, now this is going to be an 18-month event.
Yeah.
So, we will be able to go to it.
Yeah, next year, but that's fine. At least we'll get to see. So, they usually do Happily Ever After at Magic Kingdom. That's a nighttime show, and that's what will start on July 1st. And that'll go until October 1st. So we'll get to see Happily Ever After, which I'm actually excited about because I like it. Which is funny because I didn't like it when they switched it from Wishes, but now I like it. And so I'm kind of sad that they're taking that to do something different. But we'll see.
I'm just happy fireworks are coming back.
Yeah.
So they're calling this the world's most magical celebration. Because it is.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything more magical. Okay, so yeah, with the Disney Enchantment thing, a couple things to note. It's the first time the projection lighting, they started that with Happily Ever After, right, on the castle. Now they're extending that. That's going to go from the castle, I guess, across Main Street.
Well, they're going to do the buildings on Main Street, too. So it used to just be the castle, but now it'll also be along Main Street, too, which is kind of cool. But Disneyland has already done that, like in a couple of their shows. So, and it's really cool. So I'm kind of excited that they'll do that. I don't know, like, what all it's going to be. They didn't really say what it will all entail. But...
And a lot of this, they're going to keep quiet. They're just kind of letting out the initial, getting everybody hyped up, getting ready for the big, big celebration.
I'm sure there'll be a whole new soundtrack and all that stuff. And I don't know if it'll be like Happily Ever After, where it's like a bunch of different characters that they focus on, or if they're just going to focus on like just the theme of 50 years or what they're going to do. I don't know.
I'm sure it'll be something like that. One thing I forgot to write down from the blog is there's a book coming out. Now, do you know what that's about?
It's just supposed to be about the
Disney
50,
through the years.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't come out until the fall.
September 28th.
On here.
It comes out September 28th.
50 years of the most magical place on Earth. So
we will probably be getting this book.
I'm sure that it'll have all kinds of information about Disney over the whole course of the 50 years, which is pretty cool.
That is cool. That's the kind of stuff I like. Reading material on our 14-hour drive home. When are we leaving? To come home. It's
to come home?
It's before the 28th.
We're not leaving.
Well, they're saying wherever books are sold, so I'm assuming we can get it.
Well, originally it said Shop Disney, so I don't know if they're going to release it first there, so that they are getting the cut for it, or what. I would assume it's probably going to be on Amazon, but I don't know. And I don't know how much it'll be. It looks like it's a hardbound book, and it looks pretty fat, so it'll probably be expensive, but
$30-$40.
I think it's really weird that they're doing it across all the parks. I mean, I guess whatever the money is what they're doing it for, is to spread everyone out is basically
Well,
what it is, because it's Magic Kingdom's 50th anniversary, not Disney World as a whole. Magic Kingdom is the only park that opened October 1st, 1971, so that's their 50th anniversary.
yeah, because and I think that's good you bring that up because I feel like they celebrate everything. Like Epcot celebrated their 35th anniversary,
45.
45th. Wow, I'm late. So, but every 5 years they do a celebration in each park, and it is kind of strange that they're doing the entire thing. I guess because it's the 50th of the entire park. You know what I mean? Being
I think
open.
that they're doing it to spread people out, honestly. Like, I really do think that's what it is. Because they don't want, I think they know that everyone wants to go to Magic Kingdom to see the 50th celebration. And that's also why they made it 18 months long. So that, of course it'll probably be really cool on October 1st. But the celebration goes on for 18 months. So until April of 2023, they'll be doing the 50th celebration, which is crazy.
And by having everything spread out in the parks,
it doesn't make everybody be concentrated only in Magic Kingdom. It makes you have to. It makes you A, not be all in Magic Kingdom, and B, have to go to the other parks to see all the other things that they're doing.
And they're signaling that with the icons being like beacons of magic at night. And that's going to be part of the celebration too, right?
Yeah, like I guess they're going to have different
the
lightings
castle,
on all the different stuff.
The Epcot, Spaceship Earth.
Cool, yeah.
The Tree of Life, and Hollywood Tower of Terror. I always thought that was kind of weird that that's their icon at Hollywood Studios. Am I the only one that misses the sorcerer hat? And since we're talking about that, I think this is kind of awesome. How they're going to be spreading it out is they're having a Disney Fab 50. So that's going to be 50 characters spread out throughout the park.
Well, they're making gold statues of 50 characters. They only announced Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Pluto, Goofy, Chip, and Dale. And those 8 will officially be in Magic Kingdom to start. And then there's going to be a total of 50 spread out through all 4 parks. I don't know who else they're going to include. I would assume a bunch of characters.
50 characters, a lot of characters.
But they're gold statues, I guess, to symbolize the 50th.
Well, as I was reading in the blog there, it was saying how there's going to be like interactions with them. So I guess that could mean anything from taking a selfie with them to...
Yeah, it just says, we'll reveal more of the Disney Fab 5 as excitement builds for the day. And it says, as well as the surprising ways you'll be able to interact with them. So I bet you they're going to have some kind of a thing that links with PhotoPass.
Oh.
To where I would assume that that's probably one of their surprising things. That would make
sense, yeah.
So
they're always doing that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I kind of have a feeling that that's probably is something. And I don't know I know that they have the statues in Haunted Mansion that, like, move their eyes and do all that kind of stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did something like that with those statues, too.
See, you're giving them ideas right now. They're in the process of working on that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just thinking of different things that they could
No, that's
do,
cool.
but...
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
So sticking to the Magic Kingdom here thing for a minute, we got a couple more things. They're having a Mickey's Celebration Cavalcade where they're going to be wearing iridescent clothing outfits to celebrate the 50th. Also, the cast members are all going to have a special name tag. It says iridescent name tag.
I don't know. Can I show this?
Sure. Yeah, it's not.
So, like, this is it's kind of like a... Sorry. I don't even know how well you can see that, but it's just like...
That's what the costumes look like.
It's kind of pastel-y almost, but it's kind of got like a little sparkle to it.
They look cool.
I think it's cool. It's like pinks and purples, but that's their costumes. So, and I don't know, I guess that they'll be on the cavalcade. I don't know what they're going to be doing on the cavalcade, and I don't know if they're going to have meet and greets or anything. I mean, they don't right now, so...
Yeah, they're not going to mention any of that.
I don't know. Yeah, that stuff will all just be
Yeah.
whatever. But I mean, that'll still be really cool that they're. It's cool that they're getting different costumes and stuff.
Yeah, to me, it's a big celebration. 50th anniversary
Yeah.
of anything is a super celebration. So you better believe Disney's going to be going all out. Just a few more things here. We got, they were talking about EPCOT, the new the Harmonious fireworks show, which has taken over, what was the previous one?
Epcot forever.
EPCOT Forever.
It's not forever.
What was the one before that?
Illumination.
Illuminations, man.
A new show called Harmonious, which is replacing Epcot Forever, which is what will be starting again on July 1st. So that one will also go from July 1st to October 1st.
EPCOT Forever.
Epcot Forever.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. It has like a bunch of fireworks and they are on the boat,
So
which
the
I don't even
kites-
know how they would do that since they got the Harmonious barges out there. So I'm kind of curious how that'll work now. But yeah, they have like the kites that go around and
It's really
fireworks.
cool.
It's neat.
Yeah.
And then Harmonious will take over on the 1st. So, and I
Yeah.
don't really know what all that entails. I know that during the day, it's supposed to be like water fountains to where you can't see the barges that are there. And then at night, it's supposed to be like real colorful and fireworky and stuff.
Pyrotechnics are supposed to be top notch from what they're saying. It says Disney music that inspires the world. And then pyrotechnics and choreographed moving fountains.
So, sort of like World of Color, probably, in Disneyland, where they do the water show in front of the Ferris wheel, Mickey's Fun Wheel. I'm sure it's not exactly like that, but that's sort of what it seems like it's going to be, is similar to that, so...
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I love World of Color. So... and again, that's something that we're just going to have to wait and see what
we
it is.
won't see it.
They're not going to tell you exactly what it is.
And we'll miss it by a couple weeks, which is it's fine with me. Like, especially like just like with Happily Ever After. Like, I'm excited to see that again and Epcot Forever again before the new stuff starts.
Last thing with Epcot here, real quick. Remy's Ratatouille Adventure.
That we may
Have a soft opening
have
chance.
a slim chance to see, because I know sometimes when they open new rides, they kind of run them for a couple weeks before their grand opening. Like Velocicoaster, I know this is Disney, but at Universal, Velocicoaster just opened, and it was open for a few weeks before their actual grand opening. So, I think they just try to get the kinks and everything worked out.
Yeah.
So that may happen, but I don't know. They're notorious for only letting like annual pass holders, which we're not anymore, unfortunately, or like cast members do soft openings. So it could be that it's open, but we still can't do it because it's only for certain groups of people. But we'll see, because that'll be cool if we could try to do that, because it looks really awesome.
When we're touring the Food and Wine Festival come September, we will be hanging out near the entrance of Ratatouille.
Yeah.
Is that the Italian
France?
France pavilion?
France.
I never get it right.
Oh yeah.
I know I'm by the food.
It's in France.
I like the pastries in France.
And it's going to be real cool. And I think Epcot 2 is also on Spaceship Earth. I know we talked about it a little bit, but they're putting new lights and they have the new fountain thing up in the front of Spaceship Earth that they just finished doing.
Have they finished the different... They haven't finished the land yet.
No,
right?
I don't know. I don't think that will be done. I would like for them to at least... I mean, this is just my wishful thinking. Have a pathway that you could just walk through, even if they're not done with it
Instead
yet.
of having to walk all the
So
way
that you
around.
don't have to either walk all the way left or all the way right to get to wherever you want to go.
It's already a lot of walking at Epcot,
But, I don't know. We'll see. I doubt that'll happen, but I mean...
Yeah.
wishful thinking.
Yeah.
But it'll be cool
We
to see.
keep hoping if we put this stuff out here, maybe they'll listen to us.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know if we'll see the new lights, because apparently they're putting like new light bulbs like all around Spaceship Earth to make it kind of like sparkle, which would be really neat.
Like they've been
but,
showing on the commercials.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll see that. I don't know how soon they'll turn all them lights and stuff on, but that will be really neat to see.
Okay, so we haven't heard anything about Hollywood Studios. I don't know. maybe they'll do something.
They were like, no candy canes for you.
I don't know. I'm sure since they're doing it in every park, they'll at least have like some theming of the 50th.
I'm not sure why they didn't say anything about Hollywood Studios. I mean, literally, there's no fireworks there now. Fantasmic isn't going on now. I heard rumors that Beauty and the Beast show might be coming back, but I mean, that's just rumors.
Didn't that Little Mermaid show come back?
No.
Oh, really?
I don't know if their focus for Hollywood Studios is that new Star Wars hotel, and that's why they're not putting anything 50th related there, because that's what they want people to focus on for Hollywood Studios, which probably is the case, but I don't, because that's supposed to open next year, so maybe that's why they didn't announce anything for Hollywood Studios. It was kind of weird, though. Like, I mean,
it is weird.
Even,
they have something for every park,
even like a
except for Hollywood
cupcake,
Studios.
or we're
Something.
gonna have a special picture or special anything.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It was just
I'm
odd.
Sure
yeah,
I'm sure there is, and I bet you that there's 100 million people on there right now saying, "Why didn't you mention Hollywood Studios?"
yeah. I mean, it was really weird that they didn't put
weird.
anything, but I mean,
And that's kind of
knows?
their flashy park. You know, I guess they're all kind of flashy, but I mean, Hollywood Studios.
I mean, unless they're just still trying to just get the Galaxy's Edge people, and I mean, it's the smallest park, so of course they're not trying to cram 10 bazillion people in there, and you still have to have a park reservation to get into your park. So I'm kind of taking that into consideration too. I'm just thinking, like, as a Disney fan, like as a park goer, like, I don't
bring
know for
back
sure, but
fast passes.
yeah,
Keep the fast passes away.
yeah.
Lines have been great. Everybody who I know has said, do not bring back fast passes. So if they bring them back...
Yeah, I don't know. They haven't said anything about fast passes. I don't know. I mean, I know it's going to start getting really busy because they have upped the capacity again, and especially everybody wanting to come back for the 50th stuff, especially since it's going on at all of the parks. But I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Animal Kingdom. Huh? Animal Kingdom. So it looks like they're only doing one thing here. I'm sure it'll still be themed out to the 50th. But in the Discovery River Amphitheater, they're doing Disney Kite Tales.
Yeah.
Which, what it is, it's performers flying windtails and kites of Disney animal friends such as Simba, Zazu, Baloo, and King Louie. They will dance to the beats of your favorite Disney songs.
So this is what I hoped that Rivers of Light would have been. Like, Rivers of Light was the show that was at Animal Kingdom, and then it got axed because I don't know if people just didn't like it or things just didn't ever work right, but they would come out on the boats and then tell this story. And it was supposed to be about, like, the animals and something, and I guess I thought that it would be sort of like how Epcot Forever is with the kites, and that's how I thought that would be. And this sort of sounds like what they had in mind for that originally, but never panned out. And so now they're doing this, but this is a daytime show. So it's kites and stuff that they're flying. And
they said they're 30,
the
some of them are like 30 feet long.
Yeah, so I don't know. It sounds pretty cool, and I mean, it looks like it will be pretty neat.
Can't do fireworks at
Yeah,
Animal Kingdom because
there.
of the animals. I'm feeling that October 1st is going to be no holds barred. Disney opens everything. Everything is going to be... It did... One thing, it did kind of surprise me that they mentioned Cavalcade. Okay, so I could see, okay, if you're doing a celebration, right, and you're going to have Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, and Goofy, you know, you're going to want them to keep coming out and celebrating. So I think it does kind of make sense that they're making that a cavalcade and not like a big, huge parade. You know? But I was kind of surprised because I kind of thought that would be the turn from the cavalcades to the big parades.
I feel like they shouldn't bring a parade back.
Yeah.
And I might be in the minority, but I like the cavalcades.
I do too.
I think it's awesome that
like
you walk in, there's a float that comes by. It's like one of the floats from the parade or whatever.
Doesn't stop traffic.
It just goes, and then you're on with your day. You don't have to stand there for 3 hours staking out your spot.
Right.
And then be mad because somebody walked up and their kid's on their head and you can't see anything. It's like, I don't know. It almost feels like You see more characters because they do tons of different ones. It's not just the same one over
They
and
move
over again.
slower. It's slower than a
Yeah,
normal
I mean,
parade.
and you know when they're coming, so it's not like they usually don't have a schedule because they don't want people to gather, but it's like you can tell just by listening to the way the music is changing in the park when a cavalcade is coming through. And I don't know. They're short and sweet, but they're awesome. I mean, I loved them when we were there in December.
It was
And
great.
I didn't think I would because I love parades and I love, I love the parade at Magic
It's just
Kingdom.
enough.
But it's just
it's just enough.
you don't have to be like, oh man, I was on my ride or I was at my dining reservation and I just missed the parade. You can be like, cool, another cavalcade is going to come by in 10 minutes,
Right.
and I'll be able to see it because it comes through multiple times. I just feel like it's a lot.
So that's probably their thoughts too.
It's a lot better for people to see them, to see multiple characters than you normally would.
Yeah, because it's not the same cavalcade. They'll come out with Mickey and them, and then they'll come out with the princesses, and then they'll come out with
and usually
other characters.
During different times of the year, like obviously, like when we were there at Christmas time,
Santa.
we got to see Santa. We saw the reindeer and the
Nutcrackers.
Is that what they're called, the Nutcrackers
The
or
marching Nutcrackers.
Marching, yeah. But and I'm sure during Halloween they'll probably do stuff like that too, like themed, which is really cool. So I don't know. I kind of admit, I guess I probably am in the minority because I know people want parades, but I think they're awesome.
So if you guys are planning a trip to the 50th anniversary anytime after October 1st, because it's going on for 18 months.
18?
I'm excited. Now, I'm sort of excited that we're going to miss it this time around.
I am excited
because it's going to
too.
be ridiculously crowded. I wouldn't even recommend going in October. I'm sure there's going to be people camping out.
Well, the Magic Kingdom and Epcot are both sold out for October 1st. You can't get a park reservation at all for that day. So it's kind of funny, and I don't know like what their thought process was, because you've already had to have your reservations. So announcing all this stuff isn't going to make people, these new people that are seeing this stuff can't schedule for October 1st
Right,
because it's
yeah.
already packed. So I don't know if that's why they're spreading it out throughout the other parks so that if that park is full, you can see other stuff. And they have been allowing you to park hop if you have a park hopper ticket at 2:00. So I don't know how that's going to work as far as the 50th goes. People have been speculating that they may not let you go to Magic Kingdom or Epcot because it's already at capacity.
Oh.
So that's another thing that's kind of taken, normally you can park hop at 2:00 if the other park you want to go to is not full. But if it's already full, I don't think they're going to let anybody else in. So
If you're not familiar with park hopping, that's when you can go from one to the other park.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to go to Hollywood Studios to Magic Kingdom, you can do that if you pay. It's a little bit extra to
Yeah.
get that ticket.
you just have to have that on your ticket.
Right.
And you have to visit your first park first.
Right.
And you cannot park hop until 2 p.m.
because of the reservation
Because of the
system.
reservation system and all that stuff.
It's
So
weird.
I don't know if they'll change the rules on park hopping soon or not. And I also feel like that's a lot of the reason why annual passes aren't being sold right now, because it's really wonky because it's like that's one of the things that is included with an annual pass is park hopping.
You can go to any park you want.
And when it's so limited, I feel like that's probably why they're not selling them.
Yeah.
They'll renew if you have one that expired, but I don't know. I mean, it's something to think about, I guess, but I think it's good that they're doing it for 18 months because then that gives you a chance to see it if you can't be there on the actual day of the anniversary.
And we'll be going on that nice buffer zone
Yeah.
because we'll be going next year in September too. We always go to
Yeah.
Disney in September. That's our month to go. That's when we go. And we'll have 3 months to go after that with the anniversary celebration.
It'll be 7 months, really,
7?
because it goes on for 18 months. So it'll be going until April of 23.
Okay, right. Yeah, so we'll miss the people trying to get in for the last minute.
Which
'cause
is fine with me,
originally,
yeah.
I thought that it was just going to go for a year from like October 1st to October 1st. And I was a little worried about next year because if it was that close to the end, you better believe there's going to be millions of people in there. So
I feel like a lot of people are probably going to come the first few months of it and then it'll just kind of, trickle down. I mean, we'll get to see the castle because they already have the castle decorations up and all that kind of stuff, so that we'll see some things. We just won't get to see the new shows that aren't debuting until the 1st.
Yeah.
Which is fine. So, I mean, we'll kind of be in that. We probably won't see any of the merchandise or any of that stuff because I'm sure they won't sell any of that until the 1st.
We're not, that's not our concern.
I guess I'm mostly hoping that most people hold off and wait until the 1st, or that their reservations aren't until the 1st.
We can
and
just
then
walk on rides.
But, I mean, either way, I don't care. I'll be at Disney, so it doesn't really matter to me. So, I don't know. But... yeah, exciting things are happening.
Okay, so we want to know, are you guys planning on going to the 50th anniversary? Let us know down in the comments. We will be happy to answer any kind of questions. Me and Jess go to Disney a lot, so we may have an answer. Well, she will, because she knows just about everything about Disney. So if you guys have any questions at all about vacationing down there or anything, Jess will be happy to answer all of your Disney questions.
Yeah, I know all the things.
Or and if you're just planning a regular Disney trip, I
think the biggest thing is you have to make a park reservation.
Yeah, that's.
And I think that's what is really hard for people that don't follow Disney social media. I mean, I'm constantly in Disney social media and Disney emails and all that kind of stuff. I'm always enveloped in the news, so I can understand people that don't follow that and are just like, hey, let's go to Disney World today. But it's not like it used to be. You can't just show up and go in at the gate and get a ticket and go to the park.
But hopefully it goes back to that.
I mean, I don't know. The CEO said that he thinks that park passes will last throughout all of next year, so this year and next year. So I don't know. We'll see.
Park reservations.
Okay. So that's just the main thing you have to keep in mind, is that if you're going, look at your dates and see which parks are available and if you can even make a reservation.
Don't buy a ticket unless there's a reservation available.
And then
Disney, you need to fix that.
And then when you buy a ticket, you have to make a reservation immediately.
Right.
If you change your mind, cool, switch them around. But you have to make a reservation. You can't. Just having a ticket does not mean you have a reservation. You have to go in there and say, on this day, I want to go to Magic Kingdom. On this day, I want to go to Animal Kingdom. You have to pick it.
We've had friends that have purchased tickets that weren't able to get a reservation. And I got to say, I felt so bad for them.
A friend of mine, she got lucky. She was searching, and she said there was no availability. She bought tickets, and she did not know she had to have a park reservation. She's like, what's a park reservation?
I know.
And I'm like,
really explain
I mean, it's kind of upsetting, which I don't know if it does tell you, because I didn't purchase our tickets through Disney. I feel like it probably does, and I feel like people get click happy when they're clicking through their order and aren't reading what it says.
Right. Because you think that if you buy the ticket,
especially considering they sell date-based tickets,
right?
So it's like
we're going on
a different
August
price
19th,
for a different day.
Then it should be reserved for August 19th.
But
automatic.
She kept checking, and they didn't have any reservations. I mean, none of the parks. It was a couple weeks ago. They were all sold out. And then she checked again, and she was able to get to EPCOT, and that's where she wanted to go. Luckily. But yeah, don't get in that situation. Make a reservation. Please make a park pass reservation.
Check the reservation before you buy the ticket.
That's the biggest change that Disney has made that I feel like is not talked about enough, because people still
keep making the same mistake.
Yeah.
If we know a few of our friends that have made that mistake, I guarantee you there's thousands of people that have made.
Well,
now Disney's pretty good though. They'll probably make it right.
I don't know.
I don't think
so. Don't count on it.
That. Yeah.
I feel like, if there's only so many people that can go, saying yes to one person or saying, you know what I mean? It just seems like, at that point, if you can only allow 1,000 people, which it's more than that, I'm just using it as an example, and then letting 10 extra people in, and then letting those 10 extra people have another person added onto the reservation because, I forgot to add it. It's just spirals from there. So eventually they're going to have to say, no, I'm sorry, we're sold out. You can't,
Yeah.
And I would hate for that to happen to anyone. So that's why I'm saying get a park pass if you're going to the park. Like, I mean, you'll probably hear that. I'm sure we'll keep doing videos until we go to Disney.
Yeah.
And you'll keep hearing that out
And
of
we're
me,
gonna continue to do these updates too,
Yeah.
because we want you guys to know. We've had a lot of you guys come to us asking for Disney advice. You know, we've decided to bring these up to date to you because we want you guys to have the best vacation possible. You know, Disney is an amazing place, but some things you want to be careful.
Just know that it's different than it used to be.
It is
you
different.
cannot just show up and it stinks because, you know, some people like to just do things on a whim, or some people, you know, it just happens to
That's how
come
we
up
used to
where
do it.
you have personal time available that you can use and you can go at the spur of the moment. But
Yeah.
it just stinks
Check
when
that
it comes
reservation
with
before
reservations.
anything.
So
Even before you take off work, check with their reservations.
I-
And if not, go to Universal. There is no reservation
yeah,
system.
I think that
So-
eventually, I think the capacity will get so high to where even having the park reservation isn't. I don't think they'll sell out. I
Yeah.
think it'll just eventually get back to like the normal capacity to where it won't matter.
Right.
So, but you know, that's just the main thing, and it's just it's crazy, but you know,
Yeah.
do it.
We appreciate you guys watching our Disney update. These are the things we love to do. You know, we love Disney.
See, I could talk about it for hours and hours.
I know, like I had to stop her. Like, whoa, we gotta slow down. So I got something for you guys. If you're a subscriber, or if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. We do these kind of fun things all the time. So if you've made it towards the end of our video here, I want you to say something in the comments. Disney is the most magical place. So if you've made it this far, I'll know you've made it this far. Why not? Disney is the most magical place.
Most magical place on earth. Yeah.
We appreciate you watching our Disney news. I feel like we kind of went off on some other things, but you know what? That's what we're here for. We want to make sure, you know, we base our channel around vacations, traveling, adventures. These are the things we do. And we love to do them, and we love to share them with all of you. We appreciate all of you. We thank you so much for watching our channel. Thanks for watching the video. This was a lot of fun. This is the first time we've really done like a Disney update video.
Yeah, well, a lot of stuff was announced today, so we just thought.
And we were in a pandemic,
cool.
you know, for a year, so there really was nothing to really talk about. Except you got to wear a mask, and there's 50 people allowed in the park.
Not quite.
I don't know, but anyway, thanks for watching the video. With all that being said, we are out, and always remember the adventure
Is out there.